As a woman, I obviously care a great deal about women and women's stories. I want young women to know that they are powerful and that their stories matter. And that's why I wrote a series of novels that center around a little boy who is the most powerful wizard in the entire world. But he has to do battle with the most powerful evil wizard in the entire world, who is also absolutely a man. But he's trained to take on that monumental task by a group of the most powerful wizards in the entire world who are you ready for it, primarily men. Yes, most of the main characters are men. And it's not that there are no female characters in my books. There's a little girl who's a witch, and she's fine. She's a little bossy, little bit of a know-it-all, you know how girls can be. At one point, the main character gets a crush on a girl, a sweet little darling named Cho Chang. Yes, of course she's Asian, that's why her name is Cho Chang. I feel like I made that pretty obvious. No, I don't believe it is racist. How would people know that she's Asian if she had a name like Brittany or Megan? Little excerpt from one of my books. That's when Harry, the most powerful boy in the entire world, accidentally bumped into his crush, Cho Chang, who is Chinese or something. Sorry, said Harry. No problem, said Cho Chang, Asianly. Oh, God. Even just like doing that as a bit when I was just saying the name Cho Chang, it feels like I'm saying a slur. But that's the actual name that she actually for real just gave to the one Asian character in her book. She sucks, dude.
What? Reaching? This is about J.K. Rowling, by the way. This person wrote a comment where they said that they have looked at the things that J.K. Rowling has said and done on the internet, and their determination is that who J.K. Rowling actually is and what J.K. Rowling actually believes is wildly different from who people think she is and what people think she believes. They wrote that. They wrote wildly different. And then they wrote that I'm reaching when I say that J.K. Rowling is a villain and a bad person. Huh? Are we talking about the same person? Joe Rowling, right? Joanne Rowling? We're talking about the same person, right? As far as I'm concerned, there's only three possibilities of what's happening here. Either A, you just have not seriously engaged with the totality of the things that J.K. Rowling has said and done very publicly and very brazenly over the last 5 to 8 years. B, you have engaged with the totality of the things that she has said and done, but you're such a fan of her work that you've sort of rewritten the narrative in your brain in her favor so that you can keep her as a good person. You've sort of decided that the things that she has said and done don't actually mean what they obviously mean. Or the third option, option C, is that you have engaged with the totality of the things that J.K. Rowling has said and done, and you just simply agree with a lot of it. And so you don't see it as a problem. But like, I'm not getting it wrong. Like, I'm not reaching, right? She is being sued right now because she spearheaded an international cyberbullying campaign against a professional athlete for no reason. She watched a professional boxing match between two women, and one of the women punched the other woman too hard in the who can punch harder contest. And she decided, without any evidence whatsoever, to go on the internet in front of an audience of millions of people and say, Imane Khelif is a man. That's the only possible explanation. Joe Rowling thinks that because she's a misogynist. In her mind, Imane Khelif is a physical impossibility. It's not possible that a woman could be that strong or be that good at her sport. Any woman who is that strong or that good at punching in a sport where being good at punching is the entire point has to be secretly a man. That's how things work in J.K. Rowling's brain. Imane Khelif is not a man. It has been indisputably proven that anybody saying that she has XY chromosomes, that was never able to be credibly verified. Saying that she has higher than normal testosterone, that was never able to be credibly verified. Even if she did have XY chromosomes or higher than normal testosterone, those are things that many women have, but neither of those claims were ever substantiated. It has been just put to bed that Imane Khelif is a woman. If J.K. Rowling were an actual feminist, she would see Imane Khelif as a feminist icon. But J.K. Rowling's not a feminist. She's a misogynist who hates trans people. So she doesn't believe that women are capable of being that good at their sport. And she also believes that trans people are trying to infiltrate every aspect of society to like attack and hurt women. Because she's bad, okay? And if she were like a halfway decent person, when it was revealed that she had gone on the internet and lied about this woman and endangered this woman and created this international cyberbullying campaign against this woman, she could have gone on the internet and said, you know what? My bad. I got my info crossed. I was a little high on my hate juice, kind of lost in my hate vortex. And I shouldn't have said what I said. I was wrong, and I own that. But instead, what does Joe Rowling do? What does, incomprehensible narcissist Joe Rowling do? She says, I'll happily go to jail before I apologize. I will happily go to jail before I acknowledge that I did anything wrong. Dude, she's not a good person. And I'm not reaching when I say that. What?